this is a tutorial that I'm doing. I meant to do this one a while back. I did actually do this a while. I did a gray smoky eye 2 times, and both times it just somehow didn't work out. The first time, I think the video got deleted. Second time, the footage got deleted. So that was hard. I hope that you guys enjoy the look and hopefully you recreate something like this for yourself. I'm not really a big person with cool tones, but this was actually really fun and it actually is pretty flattering. If you're interested in recreating it and you want to know how I do it, then just keep watching the video. I'm going to be using my eyeshadow primer. This is from Benefit. It's the Stay Don't Stray. It's great. I think I want to use this one. It's more of like a taupey gray. I love smoky eyes. It's probably one of my favorite looks to do. It's kind of just, it's my comfort level, but it's also something I really like the way it looks on. I'm going to start with this guy here as my transition. I think it's okay to use a little bit of a warm palette or a warm transition. And I posted a look of the gray one twice. The first time I did it, I was like, oh, that's so pretty. And then I was like, oh, maybe I should have filmed it. So then I was like, I asked you guys on Instagram and everyone was like, yeah, film it. And then there was all this mess that me and my husband were kind of going through with the computer, and eventually he just deleted it. He didn't do it on purpose, but he just deleted it. So I was wanting to cry, but it's not that big a deal. So now my next color that I'm using is this guy here. Actually, what I'm going to do first, which I probably wouldn't normally do, but this is the color Tatoo in Bad to the Bronze. It's not going to give me that shimmery color, but I like it. I'm going to use it for the base. I just think it's going to like have the color show up a little bit better. So I'm just warming it up with my finger because I haven't used this one in a long time. Ooh, I haven't used this in a long time. I'm just kind of laying it on with my finger. And I'm bringing it up a little. Ooh, hold up. I'm bringing it up a little bit further than my crease because when I look straight ahead, like this especially, you won't see any of that. So I like to bring it up just a little bit higher than my crease. So I'm just blending that really kind of aggressively to move the product. Okay, now with this color, this is like it's like a taupey color. Yeah, that's the right word to describe it. It's kind of like on the purpley side, but it's still very, very cool tone. I'm going to layer this right on top. And the reason I took that sticky base underneath is it's going to just show up a little bit more pigmented, and I don't really have a primer or like a cream base that's light that isn't black. Alright, so now I'm going to dip into that same color with the brush and then blend it out, but also make sure that it moves and that the edges are nice and soft. The nice thing about that like shimmery undertone is that it does give a little bit of like a satin color, which is awesome for me because now this color that I used on top can have like a satin finish if I just use this underneath. So I'm just kind of layering it a little bit more just to make sure that the color is evenly distributed, and then I'm taking some more of that grayish kind of cool tone mauvey purple, I don't know what, gray stone color. A lot of comparisons, and then just blending it out. Just to take the look a little bit deeper, I'm going to grab the black. This black is intense, so just you have to be very careful with it if you have the Viseart palette, obviously. And I'm just going to go just on the edge and then brush inwards. I'm not trying to make it so dark. I just need a little bit of something, and that's really all I needed right there. So I'm just brushing it inwards. Now that I have those colors down, I want to just go back to my eyebrows. I'm going to quickly film this part and then come back. What am I also going to do underneath? I don't like filming these parts. What part do I film? I'm going to curl my lashes and put regular mascara on and then fill in these brows. I'm not going to do anything crazy. I'm going to be using my NYX brow pencil that I always use, and then the Falsies, whoa, in the non-waterproof. I'm going to take these two colors here and set my brow. I'm going to dip a little bit into that white too. Just right there. I'll see how that looks later. As you can see, regular mascara just doesn't stay. Like, it's not cute, doesn't stay, but I do it for my videos only. For my concealer, I'm using my LA Girl Pro Pro Conceal. This is in pure beige. I'm just gonna bring a little bit in here too. It's not that light for me, but it evens things out and it makes it look a little bit better. I need a mirror. I'm going to use a bit, whoa, I look washed out. I'm going to use a bit of my Bright Forecast. This is the Prep and Prime pen by MAC. And I'm going to put that on like this part of my face. And actually a little bit in there because it gets dark in there. And I like the way this looks. It's so light. It's very like a nice light color. But it's not so opaque where you can't really work with it on any skin tone. That's good. To set the under eye, I'm using this guy. This is the yellow color. I think it's Soft Focus by MAC. And I haven't used this one in a while, so I'm not sure how this is going to look on me. Where's my little brush? And that's just going to set that concealer and highlighter so it doesn't move. Lower lash line, I'm taking this color again. I'm going to drag it all over my lower lash line. Try to connect it to the edge. There are times where I've filmed and I don't connect it to the edge and I'm like, oh damn it, I should have, because I kind of concentrate so much on this angle when I need to be looking at it at this angle too. So just make sure that you're doing that. If you can learn from my mistakes, please do. But I'm kind of laying the brush flat. I'm not like just using the tip of it like this. I'm using it flat that way so that it drags down the color of the product. Again, look in the mirror, see where it needs to be filled. Yeah. And then I'm dipping a little, the very tip of it on black. And I'm just going to leave it on the outer part. With my eye kohl, this is from MAC, I'm doing a line up and bottom water lines. This color, like this entire kind of scheme, looks really, really great on girls with either hazel eyes and definitely with girls with brown eyes because it brings out, like, I don't know, it does this thing where it like contrasts really well with brown eyes and it brings out like the warmy tones of your eyeball. So it almost makes them look like they're a little bit lighter, which they're not. It's just an illusion. Very, very lightly, I'm going to be taking my NC42 powder and just kind of like buffing on the edges where I'm going to put my bronzer. I just don't want it to skip. With my Tarte palette, I'm using this bronzer here. So I'm just going to take it very lightly, like on the edges of my hairline. Well, there it goes. There's my hairline. And then brush upwards and then bring it down. I'm going to bring this a little bit more on my cheeks. I just don't really want to add any blush. And sometimes the bronzer is just enough, like, especially with my complexion, like the bronzer sometimes looks like blush anyways, and then when I add blush, it's like a little too much blush. So that's one way that I'm going to prevent too much blush and too much red in my face from happening. With the Telescopic mascara from L'Oreal, whoopsie, I'm going to put that on my lower lashes. I'm going to put end lashes on my eyes because I did think it needs some kind of lashes. But I'm going to wait for my top lashes to dry because I do need to curl them. So the lashes I'm going to be using, they're the ends of some like funky wispy type lash, and they look like this. They're very feathery and like, I don't know, they're just like a leftover band that I used. So if you're not really good at a full set of lashes or individual lashes, end lashes are a really good way to practice because once you get the hang of that, you can really master the other two. Almost. I'm going to use Black Duo. Use this highlighter again. This is the one that I use in one of my tutorials. This is like a gleam powder. I got it at a mall kiosk, so couldn't tell you where and what the name of it is. There's nothing on it. It's just a black container. So that's what I'm using. It's very glittery. I think it goes with this look though, for sure. Just pinch these. I'm going to spray my face slightly because I do tend to get a little bit too dry with my Studio Fix fluid. So I'm just going to cover my eyes because I don't want it to get too crazy on my eyes. And while that's still wet, I'm going to dip some more on that. Just so it's a little shiny. For my lips, I'm using the color Whirl just to keep it with the cool tones. Alright guys, that's the finished makeup. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know if you guys have any suggestions or if you're interested in seeing a specific color scheme or maybe tone that you haven't seen yet on my channel. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!